Sorry to hang up on you. I appreciate you. I gotta go.
All right. Bye.
What's up, guys? How are we doing? Huge news day, massive news day. Looks like the Onion, in fact, didn't get InfoWars for the second time in a row, which is actually completely insane, completely wild. We're going to talk about all of that and a lot more today. However, got a very important breakfast brunch thing I have to go do at 9:30. It's pissing me off, to be honest with you, just the overscheduling and all of it. Not that breakfast is going to be great, but it's just we're stretched so thin here and you got so much going on. And no offense to people that came in recently, but you don't understand the history of what's going on, the history of what's happened in that place, and why today is such a momentous, such a big deal. And it's fucking me up, to be honest with you. It's really pissing me off. It's really making me angry, really making me mad. I do not want to leave that building. I do not want to be gone out of there. I'm excited for the new network. I'm excited for all of it, but I'm very upset because I sit here and I feel like I'm having to play reindeer games and bounce around and go to all these different places. And I really wanted to just do a 3-hour show, a dissertation on all of this for you today, but it looks like I can't do that. We have gray area Thursday, of course, so it's a gray area day. So tonight, you guys can tune in between 7 and 10:30. We'll have deep dive. We'll have my stuff. We'll do whatever. But that's not really how I wanted to deliver it. I wanted to give like a solo, like 3 or 4 hour monologue. Don't have the ability to do that today. Whatever. That's fine. You can expect it from me tomorrow or at the very latest on Saturday if I decide I want to collect my thoughts a little bit more and I want to build a more cohesive argument. It's like that's the way these things are going, is to where like you can say what you believe about them and you can kind of lay out the facts for people, but you do have to present argument because so many people just have this negative connotation, this negative view for like what we are as an entity, right? What InfoWars is as an entity. So it's a sad day because they are still able to turn the power off, the electricity off, the Wi-Fi off, all the stuff like that. They are still able to do that, but it doesn't really mean anything because they just go to a different building and they just have a different name, whatever. And they didn't sell it to the Onion. So that's what the judge says. So when they go out there and they say they own us, that's fraud and that's hurting our business. It's hurting the company, hurting the future valuation of the company, even if it isn't ours, hurting the financial interests of the families that are supposed to want money. They don't give a shit about money, people. It's not about money. And in reality, this should be about money. This should be about financial interest. Yeah, people need to stop texting me when I'm on the show, man. Seriously. Seriously. I got it. I'll be there. Yeah, I got to get off here in like an hour. I got to go run. But yeah. So here's the thing. We do daily show. When you're in here every single day, when you're broadcasting, you're trying to get things done. It's different than doing it a few days a week. It really is. And people that have done it like we have understand that and know that. I need to be able to focus on this show. So it's very important to me that I be able to focus on this show and connect to the viewers and listeners and not oh my god the schedule oh my god. But sometimes that's life and you have to deal with it. Yeah, don't tell me to relax. You're gonna get my dad real quick. You're gonna see me crash out. Don't tell me to relax. Good morning, making coffee. Yeah, I need to do that too. So I didn't have time to make my morning cup. I didn't even have time to change shirts or take a shower. To be honest with you. Praying for you today. I really appreciate that. Pray for the crew. Pray for the operation. Pray for InfoWars. We really just got to hope that InfoWars pulls through and that really, like, honestly, what needs to happen, and like we've been resigned to this for so long because it's just like, oh, well, like they're evil. They're corrupt. The system's evil. It's corrupt. They're just going to get it. It's whatever. But really realizing do not let this go. Like what happened to InfoWars really needs to be overturned, reversed. And basically what they do is they laugh at you and they play this game in civil court where it's like nana nana boo boo. And because it's civil court, nothing can ever be like looked at or overturned. You can't like be acquitted or exonerated on evidence because it's all preponderance evidence. And that's why it really is. It's like It's like criminal court is like deep waters, right? You can't see the bottom, but civil court is so shallow. Like you're just gonna like your ship's gonna run up against coral and just get ripped to death. Like the preponderance evidence standard of being greater than 50%, 50.0111% chance that something actually happened. Like if you're able to like prove that little bit, preponderance evidence standard, they can just take everything you have. And like, why is my dad treated worse than somebody that got an 18 wheeler and killed like a bunch of people? Why is his judgment smaller than a guy that literally, like, you can look at all kinds of like, whether it's an accident, whether it's negligent, whether it's on purpose, you could look at all sorts of cases throughout America where the person is way richer than my father, even has to pay way less money. So more text messages. Great. All right. Hey, man. That's how we want to run things, deeply unprofessional. That's all I got to say. Like, we got to be able to lock in and focus on the show. But I want to play this Alex Jones report. Why we go full screen here? That's crazy. But I want to play this Alex Jones report so all of you guys can understand what's going on.
That just warms my heart and still gives me faith in America and our legal system. The Onion, backed by the Democrats and Bloomberg for the second time in a year and a half, after fraudulently claiming that they own and run InfoWars, another giant hoax, has had their attempt to take us over slapped down by the Third Texas Court of Appeals. This is a massive victory. We're about to break it down right now.
Yeah, look, we won the bid. We own INFOWARS, and we are very excited about that.
But is it true that you didn't have the highest bid?
Okay, so this is Ben Collins. This is the former censorship czar at, I believe, MSNBC. I might be getting the news outlet wrong, whatever. So he just lies, and that's defamation. Like that's trying to take money from a business by telling a deliberate lie about it. You can't do that. But see, they can do whatever they want because they're the good people, and that's the distinction that has to be like we got to do something about that in civil court because. Like if you're the good people, if you're the nice people, you just get whatever you want. That's pretty much the standard. Like if you have a good enough narrative, you just go and cry up on the stand, and they'll just give you $1 billion. I've seen it happen personally, and it's so funny because people will talk to me like I've been brainwashed, and I didn't watch the entire trial from day one. They'll go, oh, I sat in the trial. I know things you don't know. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I literally watched every second of every day of that thing. I watched every moment of it go on. And what very clearly happened was they had a guy go up on the stand and say my dad was worth a bunch of money he never had. And that seemed like the most important thing to me. This motherfucker, this faggot, and people like him have made claims. This guy indirectly through the organization that he represents, through the people that gave him the power, quote unquote, to run InfoWars or do whatever. These people believe that my father is worth $280 million, that he is Scrooge McDuck, and he has a giant vault of gold coins that he dives into and swims into. That's what people like this believe. Now, ironically, people like this, oh, my mouse dies. Oh, that's incredible. So we're just stuck on his face. Look at that. You see what we got going on here? That is professional. That is how you win. So let's see. Where's the battery compartment on this thing? Where is it? How do I put the new batteries in here? It's an IQ test, and I'm failing it right now, live on air. How do we put the new batteries in this thing? All right. Well, I appreciate that actually, because I was getting wound up. I was getting pissed off, and that's just a funny moment that reminds you that everything's a joke and nothing's to be taken too seriously. That's Ben Collins, folks, up there on the screen. Man, where is the battery compartment? Can someone explain this to me? Where is it? Exactly. Where is the battery compartment on this thing? Because it's not on the back. Do you slide the front off? Is it something like that? Do you have to slide it off? You have to press down on this and maybe this compartment here? Damn, I don't know. We're defeated by a wireless mouse. I have to look it up. Look up how to put a battery in something. Damn razor. It's not The Wire. Yeah. Come on, man. All right, there we go. Yeah, see, it is battery. You got to pop the thing off. I'll be back. Let me see if I got a double A. Yeah, it's not a USB-C. It actually doesn't have a port, which is weird. That is weird. You'd think it would have a port. All right. So here's what's going to have to happen. Here's what's going to have to happen. So I appreciate everyone that's in here. Really do. I love you guys. Just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. We got a very important business, I guess, supplement, whatever. Really, I've got an important breakfast thing that I've got to go to, and this has wound me up, and I'm really pissed off because I wanted to cover it for a while. But the way my brain works, if someone gives me a time constraint, like someone's like, "We got this thing at 9 a.m." and I'm like, "Hold on, wait a minute. I thought it was at 10 a.m." "Oh no, you gotta check the group chat." I'm like, "Okay," but I get like texts every 10 minutes from people, so I'm gonna have to cancel the stream, and then I'm gonna have to go ahead and go have the important meeting. And oh, it's so important, it's so wonderful. I really care about doing the show. I care about the show more than making a deal. I care about the show more than even building a network against my own interest. I just want to do a show. I really just want to do a show in the morning, but I've got to go do this. You know, we're just going to take a break. We're going to take a chill pill. We're going to come back to this with the new graphics, with everything. It's all going to be fixed. So really appreciate you guys. You definitely want to tune in at 11 a.m. to the Alex Jones Show. It's the last ever broadcast. They are leaving the studio because regardless of whatever happens, and it does look like the PIs are not able to be sent in there anymore, the power is going to go out. So when the streaming and all that, they're not going to be able to do it anymore. So it is on to the new network. I hope to be up there at some point later today. You know, maybe I'll just stream there. I'll just stream with them. That makes more sense anyway. Yeah, just catch me on the network later. Catch me on InfoWars later. I'll probably be on between the hours of 6 to 10 p.m. Thank you all.